Hi, welcome back to another episode of Mustangs Unscripted. And I'm here today with Coach Johnson and Coach Workman, who are our two basketball coaches for girls and boys. And guys, from what I understand and what I watch, everybody coaches for lots of reasons. One of those reasons is always to win. You don't go into games and practice to prepare to not win. We just know that's the case. And I think in some aspects you guys had a great season. But what I think people want to know, and what I really want to know, is what are the reasons that you're here that we don't ever talk about? So I'm going to let y'all talk for a minute and answer that question.
I think the reason I'm here is I want to have the same impact on kids that my coaches had on me. And that's something I really strive for every day. I talk to our guys a lot about, it's more than just basketball, it's more than just winning games. God has a greater plan, and it's not always just athletics. And so, for me, it's just trying to impact kids, again, the way that my role models have impacted me throughout my life and throughout my high school playing days.
Well, I think for me, I guess you might say it's a calling. There have been times in my life where I've tried to figure out what am I supposed to do, where am I supposed to be, what does God have in store for me, and it always seems to come back to basketball. And it came back to basketball as a player, and now it comes back to basketball as a coach. And I just hope I'm being faithful, kind of like Coach Workman was saying, to give those kids an opportunity to see what's out there, to learn lessons through basketball that will help them become better people for the rest of their lives. Winning's important, but there's a lot of other reasons that you get involved in athletics and that you get involved specifically with basketball, and hopefully we're teaching and sharing those lessons with our kids.
I think that's pretty evident. Even talking to your kids this year, there's more to them than we're happy we won, we're mad we lost, and I think that's a real aspect. And I think anybody watching this would say, wow, we both got out of district. We both had seeding games. We both had playoff games. I mean, this was a great, as far as wins and programs go, a great step. We haven't reached any kind of final, but we've taken a great step. And so, what would be y'all's expectations, or what are y'all's next steps thinking about going into next year? Because you and I both know the day after you're done, you start thinking about next year.
Sure.
Right. Well, and we've already met with our guys who are returning next year and talked about expectations. We understand that we have a lot of guys returning, but we just talked about the things that we have to fix internally in order to make that next step. And so the expectations are going to be very high, as they always are. But with that many guys returning, we graduated 3, and they all contributed a great amount to our program. But moving on, we have to put our best foot forward and just strive for greatness, and that's really what we're doing. We were so close this year in a lot of different areas, and it's time that we take that next step to get over the hump a little bit and go win some playoff games and win a district championship. So that's always the goal, and the expectations have already been communicated to the guys, and I think we're on the same page.
We will meet with our returning players. We haven't done so yet, and set those expectations just like Coach Workman said. And I think one of our mottos for this year has been be the best at getting better. And so all of our expectations will be based on how can we be better next year than we were this year? How can we be better today than we were yesterday? And so we'll communicate all those things. And like Coach Workman said, now that we've been to a playoff game, the next thing will be to win a playoff game or two. And that will be evidence for us that we've gotten better. And we really teach and talk and communicate to our girls that we're going to evaluate everything on the basis of, are we better today than we were yesterday? And the winning and losing is really important, and it can help you evaluate that. But at the same time, we lost a couple of games this year by 2 or 3 points. And in the locker room, we were saying it still demonstrates that we're getting better, that we're improving. And Coach sent me a great text after our overtime loss to Sudan about how exciting it was, and the girls looked like they were all in. And believe it or not, after that game, the girls were so excited, and it was evidence that we had gotten better from the previous year. And so we're just going to keep pounding that in. Every day is about getting better, getting better, getting better. And I think you'll see the wins go up, go up, go up if you're getting better.
I just don't think there's any argument about that. And personally, from perspective of a parent, thank you for making our kids feel loved and appreciated and like they're actually contributing something. And that is the goal of Olton, is to continue getting better, to spend every day getting better, and growth is our focus. And so what is your focus? Where are you getting better? And we'll see you next time on Mustangs Unscripted.